I'm Melissa Torres.
And I'm Marmy Leach.
And this is Movin with Mel and Marm.
I'm super excited about our conversation today.
Me too. I'm just super excited about today in general.
Yes. And you're excited because you've got like a really cool listing coming up.
Yes. So I'm going to be listing operational Airbnb on 12 acres just outside of Tyler. And we're going to go and do pictures and video today. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Do you have anything specific that you're going to take video of? Like, I know there was one time Melissa has a lot of experience with like ranch and land properties. And there was one time you guys got like the cutest cows in the video.
Oh, yeah.
Are there any animals on the property?
No, there aren't any animals here, but there's like some really great outdoor spots, like a fire pit and grill area. And then it has like a cabin and a party barn and an outhouse. So there's just a lot of cool buildings.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Are they selling it furnished?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, so for somebody who wants a little country escape and then for it to like make money, it's a great option.
Yeah. Ooh, that's exciting. That's a fun listing.
It is.
Yeah.
That's why I like those kind of listings because they're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I like being like I don't mind driving places because I like being in the country and I like driving through the country, and so it's just good.
Good. Well, there's a lot of things happening in DFW right now too.
Yeah, DFW is like always growing, always new developments. We're getting that Peppa Pig Theme Park. Ground has been broken in North Richland Hills. So
I'm pumped. I'm not gonna lie. I never in my life did not have it on my bingo card that one day I would say I'm pumped for the Peppa Pig theme party, but to say I'm excited is an understatement.
So it'll be done in about a year. So do you think the girls are still?
I thought it was gonna be done next March.
No, I thought fall of 20. Let's look.
Hold on, we need to fact check.
Maybe I'm getting it confused with the other development.
I think you're thinking of the Universal Studios.
Man, that's so fast to do a whole theme park.
I think it's small. I don't think it's a huge space. Okay, March 1st, 2025.
Wow, that's fast for them to do it because they just broke ground not too long ago.
And then Universal Studios Park in Frisco is scheduled to open in 2026. When they first started talking about that, I was like, oh, it's going to be such a long time away. It's not that far away.
No, and the Universal Studios is like such a hot topic because the traffic in that area is already so bad. And I mean, it's not like a big Universal Studios. It's a smaller one aimed for like younger kids, but it's still going to bring more traffic to the area. So,
but they already have so much. If they don't put that in, what they're going to put something else in, right? It's not like.
Yeah.
Remember when you used to go up the tollway, and if you were going to IKEA or wherever you were going, and that was the end of the earth for Dallas, and that was there was the farm right there. Isn't it there, or is it more north? Is it more north of Frisco?
Well, it was all farmland.
It was all farmland.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when Stonebriar was built, and there was nothing around Stonebriar. And I worked at that Blue Mesa when that was it.
Yeah.
It was just Blue Mesa
so
on
did
that
you guys
corner.
Get a lot of customers?
Yeah, it was relatively busy. I mean, Stonebriar was there. And then Blue Mesa, I think, opened in 2001 there.
Uh-huh.
But now you go and it's been totally built up. It's connected to other buildings where, that just wasn't the case.
Honestly, Frisco and the Colony now with, have you been to
Grandscape?
Well, yes, Grandscape, but also World Springs.
Oh, I haven't been there yet, but I want to go.
I went.
How was it?
It was cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So is it kind of, because it's all mineral baths, right?
Yeah, so there's a ton of different mineral baths, and they have baths for all different areas of the world. So one will be, the minerals that they find in the hot springs in Arkansas, or Thailand, or Japan. So they have all these different areas, and you try the different baths. And so one of them will be magnesium, and whatever the other minerals are. I can't name them. And then they also have all different temperatures for those baths. So you'll try like 96 degrees, 101, and I think 104 was the highest. But then they also had cold plunges.
Okay.
And they had, I think the coldest was 45 degrees. They had different levels.
Okay.
I did 55 degrees for like 20 seconds and then I was done.
Yeah.
It's hard to breathe.
I'm not a good cold plunge person. I mean, in my mind, I think, oh, I'm going to do all this stuff for all these health benefits.
Yeah.
And like get super into it. And then I like stick my toe in the cold water and I'm like,
never mind.
No.
Better not.
Yeah.
Thought I'd do it, but better not.
Yeah. No, thank you. It's too hard.
Yeah. Well, back to Peppa Pig, the funny part about it, about some of the articles we read about it, was like how kids say things in a British accent. Mm-hmm. For example, my girls say George because that George is Peppa's little brother, and like they say the name George is George to them.
That's so funny.
And dinosaur. Because George has a dinosaur that he takes everywhere. We're so lucky we live in... I mean, there's like definitely pros and cons to living in such a large metroplex. Mm-hmm. Cons being getting on the highway to go somewhere far away is like not fun. But...
yeah, and the traffic.
But one thing I do love about DFW is you can kind of stick to your little neighborhood.
Yeah.
And then also we get... things like this, like Peppa Pig Theme Park is coming here and the Universal Studios.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I mean, there's so much stuff for not just kids, but like adults too, that like no matter what you're interested in, you can find somewhere to go to like experience it. Like the, what's the place at Stonebriar, the like Kidtopia?
Mm-hmm. I haven't been there, but...
we haven't been either. We like tried to go and it was too late, but it was like, even the entrance was like, wow, this is really cool.
Yeah.
It had like a plane coming out of this area. And like, there's lots of like farms that you can go to and, you know, there's just tons of stuff to do.
Yeah. Well, I do feel like there's more stuff in the suburbs than in Dallas.
Yeah.
Do you feel that way?
For kids, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a struggle.
And Frisco particularly is like really amazing for kids. Mm-hmm. The libraries in Frisco.
I have been to the Frisco Library. So cool.
Yeah. The parks. I mean, Frisco is really awesome.
Yeah. It's just because it's newer cities and they probably thought more of families in mind.
Yeah.
So... well, that's cool. I'm very excited about that Peppa Pig. So our topic for today is something we've been talking about with a lot of people lately. It is, should I stay or should I go? Should I love it or list it?
Mm-hmm. One thing, like if you are looking to downsize or right size, I think having an idea of really what options there are, because I think a lot of people think, oh, well, we have to buy something smaller or we have to buy a condo when it may not make financial sense to do that. But there are a lot of leasing options too that are specific for like independent adult living that are affordable. That's not going into like a nursing home. Mm-hmm. It's like truly independent living. There's a lot of options like that I think people don't know really exist.
Yeah. And Melissa, you have a lot of experience with the 55 plus community selling their homes.
I do.
And we do have a lot of that happening in Lake Highlands in our neighborhood too.
Yeah. I was just talking to somebody who, you know, the challenge is, well, where do I go? Because if somebody has been in their house for 20, 30 years, maybe it's not renovated. Maybe it's something that, you know, if they're looking to buy something newer or renovated, it's like basically an equal trade. Mm-hmm. So it might not make financial sense to sell their current home and buy something else. I think you also have to evaluate, okay, how long are you going to be in that home? But that's kind of another conversation. But there are options that you can go and like lease apartments that are specific to 55 and up. And they're not... I just hear so much that, well, I don't want to go into a nursing home. I don't want to go into like assisted living.
Yeah.
But there's other options that's not the only thing that you can choose from.
Yeah. And I mean, you could even downsize and just purchase with the cash that you have.
Yeah.
A smaller home where your tax liability is smaller too. Because if you're in like a 3,000 square foot home, the taxes you're paying, like your loan might be paid off, but the taxes you're paying annually are probably like significantly higher than when you first bought it.
Yeah, I think it just depends on, and this is why I think for anyone that's looking to sell and then to buy, it's like an independent evaluation of, okay, this is what your current home is worth. This is what a home that in the area that you want to buy for the specs that you want is going to cost. Does it make sense to make that move and to buy? Or like I have a client now that she's in a 2,000 square foot house. She's been there 30 years. And we looked at buying, and she wanted a new construction house going into the suburbs to be closer to her family. And we looked, but we kept having the conversation. For her, like financially it was okay. Like the swap would be fine because she had enough cash out of her current home to pay cash for the new house. But it wasn't really confident that she could be there for 5 years, you know? And so then we had the conversation, you're looking in new construction areas where if you sold in 2 years, you would be competing against new construction still.
Yeah.
And that is going to be a really bad position to be in, only owning that house for 2 years. Is there something else that makes sense for you? And so for her, it made sense to look at these 55 and over apartments. She did not want to go into assisted living. She did not want to go into like the independent living connected to assisted living. She truly wanted like her own space, you know. And so we found an apartment that made sense for her.
And I think actually touring them is helpful too, because you can, like, different 55 plus communities have a different demographic. Like some really do have a lot of like assistance going on, and some are like, we play mahjong every night and there's pickleball, and like, so it sort of depends. I think you kind of have to see it in person.
Yeah, and it's also like a lifestyle too. So my client, she lives alone, and she is very far from family. She has friends, you know, but still she's not having like interactions with other people every day. So these communities typically have social calendars. They have, you know, workout classes and bingo nights and, you know, mahjong nights, whatever, wine tasting nights. And so it gave her an opportunity to also have some more social interactions that's easy. Like, she's not having to drive an hour and a half to see her family. It's, you know, literally going downstairs.
Yeah.
So, and there's 55 and over communities that you can buy homes in. Like Del Webb is an example of, like, there's several others, but Del Webb is a good example of a builder who's done that. And those are fantastic. But they're also pretty expensive. Like you can't, some people that are on fixed income when they retire and are looking, it's not going to be in their price point. So then there's like these apartments, Lux 55 is one brand. There's a couple other brands, and they vary based on price point, but you know, you have similar amenities, and you know, it's a great lifestyle.
Did you know that there are studies showing that the more you surround yourself with community, the longer it'll take for like the dementia typically to kick in. It helps your memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and like one thing is you're not doing the same thing every day. So if you live alone, like, and you wake up, you know, maybe go and watch TV all day, or, you know, maybe every once in a while you go to lunch with somebody or go to a doctor's appointment, but you're primarily just spending time alone. You're doing the same things over and over again, and that can really negatively affect your memory.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
And the baby boomers are like such a huge population that we have coming up, that people are going to start making decisions about changing their housing. The older baby boomers have already started, and the younger ones are going to be pretty soon.
Yeah, and I mean, my stance is that I would recommend, like, if it was my parents, I would say get in, I mean, early enough to be able to really build a community when you're still mobile, when you're still wanting to do things. Like, not when it's like, okay, should we do this independent living or should we really be talking about, more assisted living? Like, get into where you can really enjoy the lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because you see, like, these 55 and over, 55 is not old, but there are people that are in that bracket that want to get in because they want the amenities.
I want to live in one where it's like a country club or like a camp on site. Like, basically, I live there and it's like a country club.
That's how the Del Webbs are. And Robeson Ranch.
Yeah.
It's really...
I think I would thrive.
It's really nice. I do wish that there were some that were more affordable. And it's not just the purchase price point, but it's also the HOAs. Like, for somebody that really is a fixed income, like, it's just not really feasible. But they are really nice.
Yeah. Ooh, I love that.
We are here to settle the debate of when the right time is to decorate for Christmas. So, Marmy, when do you put your tree out?
I usually always say I'm going to do it in November. Like, I am a November decoration person, but I don't actually do it in November.
Okay, so is your goal like early November or late November?
My goal is like mid-November. Okay. But I would say it usually happens like either right before Thanksgiving or right after Thanksgiving, just because I start thinking about doing it and then like actively getting everything down from the attic takes a few days to accomplish.
Yeah.
And actually do.
Yeah. I have historically been we have to do Thanksgiving first. The day after Thanksgiving is Christmas.
Yeah.
This year, it's a lot of work to decorate for Christmas, and I don't want to do all that for just 30 days. So we usually take it down like mid-January, but I'm going to do it like pretty close to right after Halloween this year. I'm ready.
You're ready.
Yeah.
You're ready for the holiday spirit.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. It's honestly, people are super passionate about this.
Yeah, and I get it. Like, I do think for a long time I was like, you can't skip over Thanksgiving. Yeah. Like, you have to, like, gratitude, that's so important. You need to be thankful. Like, don't just go into Christmas. And Christmas is so, I don't know, commercialized now. That it's the meaning of Christmas is important. But, it's okay. I'm going to have my Thanksgiving grief out with my Christmas decorations. Yeah. And it's fine.
I sort of, like, think that Thanksgiving decor is also Christmas decor. Like, mentally, I don't skip over Thanksgiving. I just think that Thanksgiving is, like, a part of Christmas. It's, like, pre-Christmas.
Oh, that's funny. I think, like, when I think of Thanksgiving, I think of pumpkins, fall, turkeys. And then Christmas is very, like, red, white.
Trees.
Green.
Yeah.
Tinsel.
Yeah.
Sparkly.
I feel like I tend to think of, like, a sort of a Thanksgiving-esque meal on Christmas Eve as well. Yes. Right? It's like a heavier, like a meat and like lots of sides meal.
Okay, what's your tradition for Christmas?
So it changes all the time, honestly. Because now that we're older, like the tradition's been changing. Okay. But a lot of times we'll do filet mignons. Okay. For Christmas Eve. Okay. And then Christmas morning is just like cinnamon rolls and eggs and like a buffet. Like while people are opening presents, you just get some food. Yeah. And then because we go to the beach now for Christmas, we like once we're done opening presents, Christmas is over. Like there is no more Christmas. Okay. It's enough. I'm done with it. Yeah. Like once we're done, we take down the decorations and it's done.
Like Christmas Day?
No, we don't take them down, but we like clean up and we're like done with presents. Okay. Yeah. Probably because my family likes to do it where like everybody watches a person open a present.
Oh, we do that too.
And it's exhausting. And like after an hour of it, everyone's like, I'm so done. Just open the presents. Yeah. I don't know why we do it like that.
We do that too because we do and we don't. But growing up, my dad was like, we need to really make this last because you have all this time preparing. Yeah. And then, like, if everybody just tore into him, it would
it's like not that exciting.
Yeah, and it'd be over so soon. So we do, take turns. Yeah, and I like that. We either do on Christmas Eve Chinese food, which is like my immediate family's favorite. We do like egg rolls. It's
That's so fun.
Yeah. We like make the egg rolls together. When my cousins and aunts,
Oh, you make them?
yeah,
Oh, wow. That's
so
so cool.
they're not really like, it's not like takeout Chinese.
Yeah.
It's kind of a funky flavor. I get like it's just different.
Yeah.
But when my extended family came, they are not a fan of the homemade Chinese food. So we have like kind of gone to Mexican depending on if we do like who we're meeting with that year. Like sometimes since our family, like we have a lot of family here, sometimes we kind of break up into subgroups.
Yeah.
And then Christmas Day, we make breakfast at my house. We like whoever wants to come over can come over. And then we've always done like Chinese restaurant. Like we went to Howard Wang's every
fun.
year. We would
It's
like
like a
show
Christmas
up there.
story.
Yes, we'd show up there 15 minutes before they opened to like get in. I have recently been introduced to Royal China.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And so if we do that again this year, we will be going to Royal China because it's really good.
Really good.
Yeah. Have you been there?
I have. I've been there for dim sum.
Okay. Yeah, it's good.
I'm also very excited for the holidays. I think with the age of the girls, I think it's going to be the first year where they really like, it's magical.
Yeah.
So, all right. Until next time.
Bye.